John, good to catch up. Looking towards Gainsborough now, I suppose more than anything, good for the lads to be able to get up there and focus on a game again now after kicking their heels for a week or so game-wise.
Yeah, it's been really frustrating, especially after 2 defeats. The lads needed the game quite quickly after the last after Darlington. So they've been working hard, although the weather's played a bit of a part in been a bit of a pain, but no, the lads have worked ever so hard in the last 10 days or so, and we're looking forward to the challenge on Saturday.
I know obviously you physically can't control the weather, but it's the second time it's wiped out a schedule of games and possibly hindered training. Have you been able to prepare around that? Has it disjointed things much? Or?
Yeah, well, unfortunately we've had the lads have had a couple of days off, but we've still been very lucky to use Baxter's and use the Ashler turf there, so we've been getting some good sessions in.
And I suppose in terms of versatility of training sessions as well, it's good for you to be able to mix things up with that range of facilities, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. We're very lucky. We're very lucky to have that facility, and the lads have used it well.
You mentioned wanting to bounce back from a couple of defeats. The gap in time won't have helped, but what's the response been like on the training ground when you have?
Yeah, the lads have been very focused. We realised that. It's not great to lose two games in a row, and we're really focused for the remaining 12 games of the season. It's going to be an extremely tough game away on Saturday. They've got a new manager in there, and they're going to make it very difficult for us. So I just want us to be competitive, and look forward to the challenge. Was
it important for you as well that the group kept that in perspective, the 2 defeats, in the sense that I think it was the first time since August that happened? Obviously not great, as you say, but in terms of the bigger picture, still in a good position?
Yeah, certainly, and I think the 2 performances have been good. Although we've lost the 2 games, I don't think we deserve to lose either game, and all I want is to be competitive, and I want us to take the chances that we're creating, because we are creating a lot of chances throughout all the games. So it's really important that the lads are focused and determined to finish the season off really well.
You can obviously do your work on finishing, shooting and training, whatever, but is it also a case of lads mentally keeping their composure and trying to keep up their confidence as well?
Yeah, of course. We've got a good squad. We've got lots of good strikers in the group, so I need 1 or 2 of them to stand up and be counted and be the main men, and make the difference.
You've mentioned Saturday and how it's going to be a tough challenge. Gainsborough, one of those teams battling for points for a different reason, and got to go and dig in, I suppose. Yeah,
it's going to be a very, very tough game. As I said, they've got a new manager in who's very experienced, and they'll make it as difficult as they can for us, and it should be a good game.
If the gap in time was going to help anything, it may have been delayed slightly. The lads who've been out missing, injured. Is there any update on them as yet, or is it?
Yeah, they're progressing well. They won't be ready for the weekend, but again, to miss 2 or 3 big important players for us at this stage of the season has been a bit of a pain. But as I've always said, it's a squad game, and everyone gets a chance. And whoever's playing Saturday will certainly be up for the challenge, and looking forward to it.
In terms of Jim's injury as well, I suppose as much of a blow as it is to be without him at the minute, there was potential for that news to have been a lot worse, really. So is that also a positive?
Oh, it's a massive positive, yeah. At first we thought he was out for the season, so we're certainly not going to rush him back, because he's vital to us, but the sooner he is back, the better.